All right. What's good, everybody? So the other day, I re-released my top 10 strongest players in all of Blue Lock, at least at the current moment, and sadly, it's already incorrect. I probably should have waited till this chapter came out, but I couldn't help myself, and I really wanted to make the video. But already, everything I said in that last video was wrong. No, actually, not everything. There's just a lot that switched up. I feel like a lot of it's going to shock you because you are not going to expect who jumped where. But at least for the current moment, I feel like this is the undeniable. I only did the top 30. I'm not going to worry about the fodder below that. So undeniably, this is my current top 30 based on what we've seen so far, all right? Really quick, let me get the honorable mentions out the way. Karasu, Raichi, Zantetsu, and Tokimitsu. As far as Karasu, Zantetsu, and Tokimitsu, the PXG players, we just simply haven't seen them play yet. We've heard about Rin and Shido, and we've also seen the evaluations of specifically Karasu, but still there's been a lot of hype built around not only Tokimitsu, but Zantetsu's potential return to the pitch, so I'm just going to hold out a little bit of hope that we're going to see a lot from them, and we can already expect to see a lot from Karasu. I'm sure he's already fitting perfectly into that system. And then as far as Raichi's concerned, he was hyped up a lot going into the Ubers match, and he did have a little bit of a moment when he properly kind of faced off against Mark Snuffy in the little protractor defense that he played. Still, though, for the way that he was hyped up, he just didn't do that much in the match besides that one moment, so I'm just gonna have to keep him off the list in the honorable mentions, alright, if that's okay with you guys. Alright, from here, this is gonna be the top 30, but I broke it down into tiers, alright? We have S+, S, A+, A, B+, and B, because nobody on this list is actually bad, alright? Coming into the B tier, we have Nico, Corona, Ness, Sendout, and RU. I know, 3 Ubers defenders all down here. It's simply because what they showed in the match wasn't that impressive, at least compared to the people that are above them. It was impressive enough to land themselves spots on this tier list and in the top 30, but they just simply can't go higher than this because the level of opponents above them, they haven't shown anything that's above. As far as Corona goes, he is realistically only that good when he has Isagi with him. Without Isagi, he's good, don't get me wrong, but nowhere near the level that he is when he's with Isagi. So that's where a lot of his talent is based. And then Ness is just, well, one, an annoying little prick, but two, he's just been declining ever since we first met him. He was really hyped up as like the reason that Bastard Munich was able to function so well, and then ever since that statement was said, he's kind of done absolutely nothing for Kaiser, for the team, for himself, for that matter. So yeah, he's landed firmly in B tier. Moving up a tier, we have Aiku, Kunigami, Shido Ryusei, Nagise Shido, and Yuki Miyakenyu. Now this is, oh my god. This is a little wild. As you can see, I have them ranked in order from where I believe they should be. So Yuki's coming in last. It's just because, yeah, he scored that 1 goal against Manchan City. Great. Everyone else above him, I feel like, has shown either better feats for their positions. As far as Kunigami goes, he scored more goals. Nagi has scored a better goal on a better goalkeeper, I'd say, in Gagamaru. Same with Shido. He scored twice on Gagamaru, both being super goals in the U20 match. And then Aiku, we're kind of just weighing in how important defenders are, and as far as defending goes, Aiku is up there, so we kind of do have to put a little bit of respect on his name. He is also a Metavision user. There's no other Metavision users below him besides Nico, but Nico didn't show much other than that one Metavision stop, so that's kind of why I'm weighing Aiku for all that he's worth this heavily, as opposed to Nico, who simply just has Metavision. As for the recent decline of Nagi, you can go check out my last video if you want to hear more about that. I'm feeling comfortable putting Aiku above him. Same with Shido, just because we haven't seen Shido since the U20, and he went radio silent in the PXG versus Manchan City game, so until we hear more about that, he's going to stay down here. Moving up a tier, this is actually probably a concrete one. If we're doing only a U20 list, this would be 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. In that order, we have Meguru Bachira, Chigiri Hyoma, Gin Gagamaru, Yohiori, and then Ryo Mikage. I did not think that the shakeup was going to be this heavy. You guys remember how my tier list was looking pre-Ubers match? Like, holy fuck, this is crazy. I have to admit it, I've been downplaying Chigiri for basically this whole time, but he's the best player on Manchan City at the moment, and you can't deny it. You can still kind of make a case for Ryo being a better overall player, but as far as just the best player at not only what they do, but just getting you a dub, I think Chigiri's the best that they got so far. Gagamaru's spot, undeniable. I feel like you could even move him up if you wanted. The only reason I'm keeping him here is because Chigiri scored on him, especially after he's been showing himself to be as good as he is, repeating the goal formula and scoring another one. But I just don't think that can be weighed above Bachira. I'm on a heavy Bachira train recently simply because his position and the system that he's stuck in is just really, really bad. He has no weapons, no help, And truly, it's him versus the world anytime he's playing any sort of a match. So even though he is in such a shitty system and it's a tough predicament for him, Bachira is the best thing that Barca has, and he's good enough to make a case for being this high on the list because no one else can do what he does at the level that he does besides Levinho from everything that we've seen, and Levinho's the 4th best player in the world. We're almost up at those tiers. The biggest addition into this top 10 would be Yo Hiyori. As you can see, he did make my top 10. This is the 10th spot, at least in my top 10, for the U20 players, and I think it's fine for Hiyori, at least for now. He could probably even go up just due to the level of his metavision working with Isagi if we're going to factor that in. But as far as just Hiyori's concerned, I don't want to put him any higher than this. But this dude's on another level right now. I'll drop my hate completely because after rereading the match, I will admit, not bad. After rereading, unbiasedly, Hiyori's on another level right now. But I'm not going to place him any higher than my 10 spot, just because everything that he's shown so far is kind of hindering on Isagi. But that's a lot of players. And then sadly, Rio, goodbye my lover, goodbye my friend, you're gone. Out of my top 10. You just didn't show anything in that Manshine vs PXG game. Your whole thing was you're going to make Nagi the best, and he didn't score. So, you're wrong. Augie is laughing in your face. You know what? Just for that, we're going to put Augie into the honorable mentions. W. Augie. Moving up in the tier, the A+ tier, and holy fuck, this is volatile. You guys are not gonna like this. Okay, this is spots 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on the U20 tier list. Number 1 in the U20, I bumped up to the S tier with the New World 5, simply because, like, it's for a number of reasons that my OCD would have gone off if I would have only done the World 5 there, and then I had like an odd number. Don't worry about it, but that's just the way it is for this tier list. But this A+ tier is the most volatile ranking and the most, like, toxic tier in all of Blue Lock, okay? So, I said it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Number 6, Baro Shoei. Number 5, Isagi Yoichi. Number 4, Michael Kaiser. Number 3, Don Lorenzo. And number 2, it's Atoshi Rin. It's Atoshi Rin! Let's fucking go, baby! Let's fucking go! Oh my god, my glorious king is back with a fucking vengeance, baby! Oh my god, after chapter 239 and what we saw from the Manshine City vs PXG match, Rin's on a completely different fucking level, bro. A hat trick against Manshine City? Manshine City led by the Chameleon, who has copied Aiku's defense, who has metavision. Kaiser wasn't able to score a hat trick against them. He scored once. Like, dude, come on. You can't make this shit up. That is... it's next level. As far as feats are concerned and performance as far as your level of opponent, nothing tops that. Nothing tops that. And the only reason that he's not above his brother is for narrative reasoning. Because we can't have him be better than Sai already. They have to face off and we have to see him overcome Sai for us to know for a fact that he's better. Even though feat-wise, yes, he's better. I'm not putting him over his brother for narrative reasoning right now. But as far as I'm concerned, feat-wise, my light just turned off. So sorry if the lighting looks all whack right now. Atoshi Rin is peak Blue Lock as far as your 20s are concerned, and you can't deny that. If you want to, try, but you can't. Anyway, moving on to the S tier. This is going to be the New World 5 in the order that we can kind of expect them to be without one specific person, of course. And in addition to that one specific person being gone, we have added Atoshi Sai in the back end. So we have Leonardo Luna, Adam Blake, Pablo Cavazos, Dada Silva, and then Atoshi Sai in this tier. I don't remember if it was stated or not, but the number they were wearing in the New World 5 match actually was the ranking of who was better than each other. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's the ranking that you can kind of put them in. That's where I have them right here. And obviously we can kind of assume that Sai is below them just simply based on the performance that the Blue Lockers put against the New World 5 as compared to Sai in the U20 match. And then obviously moving on to the S+ tier, we have our 5 Master Strikers. Obviously the peak of the Blue Lock verse that we know so far. In order from weakest to strongest, we have Julian Loki, Levinho, Chris Prince, Noel Noah, and Mark Snuffy. I had some people trying to say, why is Mark Snuffy above Noah? And I was kind of like, did you not read it that Noah said Mark Snuffy's better than him? So that kind of like threw me off. And When Chris Prince states that he's the world's number 2, I assume that that means the world's number 2 striker, the same way that everyone regards Noah as the world's number 1. Even though he will admit that Snuffy's a better overall player than him, that kind of just means he's the world's number 1 striker specifically, meaning that Chris Prince would be the world's number 2. Lavinho's worse than both of them just going off the narrative, and then Loki we haven't seen anything from besides that one World 5 match. I feel like when we actually see him on screen, he could potentially be better than the current Noel Noah, maybe not prime Noel Noah, his own French teammate on the national team, could be the next coming of Noel Noah, could be a better current striker than him just due to the fact that he is so fast and so explosive. But as for right now, we can't put him any higher than Lavinho because he hasn't shown anything higher than Lavinho's level, okay? Okay, that is going to be the tier list. I really don't think you can argue this. In case you want to take a look at it again here, it's going to be on the screen right here in all of its glory. I truly don't think that you can deny this is the closest to as accurate as possible ranking as you can get. If you want to try and deny that and make your own, go ahead. And I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments down below. But as for today, that's all I got for you. If you went on to enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like and consider subbing up to the channel with post notifications down below so you never miss another banger from myself. I'm going to be having videos coming every single day on this channel, so make sure you stick around. And as always, I love you guys. Take it easy.